Hey guys, welcome to another episode of I don't even know. I guess they're not all the same, but today I was going to talk about solo leveling. For those of you who know what that is, I've been reading it. I'm caught up to the chapter 1 like 61, I think it is. It's solid. I'm probably going to do that next week. I might record that soon, but I'm going to probably release that one next week. This week, and something I thought was good and a little bit different, because I already did Why You Should Read Berserk, so I could do a Why You Should Read Solo Leveling, but I'll save that probably for next week or something along those lines. This week, as you can tell by the pictures, we're going to be talking about Super and the shirt, but why I think Super is good, why I actually kind of enjoy the direction it's taking. It's different and it is interesting, but I kind of like what it's doing. So the anime did stop at the Tournament of Power. Of course, you got the Broly movie, which if you haven't seen it, was one of the best anime movies I've ever seen. It's up there with my boy Rengoku with Mugen Train, but the animation was very good. The story and everything was very well put together. And Dragon Ball always just seems to impress with animation. Like, the output that they give and the care that they put into that series is not only super well deserved but well received, especially by Western audiences too. I believe that even in Japan, Dragon Ball is number 2, because Naruto over here was number 1 for a while. This is kind of a random tangent, but it was number 1 for a while. But Dragon Ball over there has always been pretty dominant, besides obviously One Piece. One Piece is ginormous. Something I've been noticing recently when I've been getting all these nerd shirts is it's so hard to find One Piece shirts. I don't know why that is, but One Piece shirts are nowhere to be found. I know that the Western audiences haven't grasped it as much. Of course, we still love it over here in America, but sadly not as much. I love One Piece, but it can be tough to find some merch for them. Anyway, for those of you who have seen the anime up to the Tournament of Power, I have enjoyed what Super's done. I like GT. I thought GT was like a solid 6.5, 7 maybe. 6 to 6.5, I'll say, out of 10. I thought it was good with like Shenron and all that. I enjoyed it. Young Son Goku, I kind of like what it was about, but it was a little messy and seemed a little rushed. So I am glad that they're doing Super justice and that they're doing a lot of different things with it. With the Tournament of Power, introducing so many characters and universes, along with Goku Black, and kind of just expanding, when they're noticing that, okay, well, this universe, we've said, well, this guy's the strongest in the universe, Frieza's the dictator of the universe, so we kind of have to go elsewhere. And I think in terms of interdimensional, they're doing a great job. Like, they have 13? I forgot how many universes they have exactly, but there's some universes that we haven't even really tapped into yet, and I think that's coming here shortly. We have Dragon Ball Superheroes. What is it? Dragon Ball Superheroes, the movie, coming out next year. I don't know exactly when that's going to be. I kind of expect somewhat of a summer release. I haven't seen much on it. Even the teaser trailer doesn't really tell us much, but I have been keeping up to date on the manga. So for those of you who had only seen up to the Tournament of Power, there's going to be some spoilers here in a sec. But I like what they've been doing. I like the introduction of Jiren. And then after that, I was like, I don't really know where we're going to go from here. But once the universe is all split off and we're back to our universe, what are they going to do? They decided on a character named Moro, which I am hoping that the movie is not about Moro. I didn't dislike the GOAT sections that much, but I hope that that's not the future. I hope that's not the whole movie, just because of how good Broly was and the fact that that is canon. I think that they can do something a little bit better. I kind of like the direction they're taking now, but to review Moro real quick, I kind of liked how they had to work with the Angel that they didn't even know was an Angel, working for the Galaxy Police Squadron. What's his name? Jocko, like the main like little guy. I like him. I think he's a good character. I think they've introduced a lot of good characters with some fantastic designs, especially more recently. But I did like Moro, but I didn't love it, They didn't have a lot of good bad guy characters besides him. It was kind of just him, and his thing was, I'm just gonna take all this energy, and I'm gonna beat you. And he was starting to do that with Vegeta and Goku, and he was starting to get away with it, and he was beating them up. They kind of found a way to escape. They got their own like power ups. Vegeta had like the division thing that he trained, where Goku learned instant transmission. That was something that he could learn. So I like that they're taking very different directions, because I feel like for a while they were kind of on the same pact, and ever since Goku turned Super Saiyan 3, I feel like it was kind of awkward to have them continue on the same path. Of course, they both got Super Saiyan Blue, and they kind of were going down the same path. But after that, then they split off on their God tree, which I love, because with, this is a spoiler, but with Vegeta following the God of Destruction, which I think is like perfect fit to a T for Vegeta and what Vegeta's always been about. It's just so impressive that they're able to, over like 30, kind of like getting closer to 35, 40 years of Dragon Ball as a whole, keeping somebody's plot line accurate and like something that's believable to the audience is very, very impressive. And then Goku with Ultra Instinct. It's not as fitting in my opinion, but it's still good enough. And I love Instinct. Some people are like Super Saiyan 4 was the way to go. I loved Super Saiyan 4. I loved it. But I think Instinct is really cool. I'm interested to see what they do with it. I think that's going to span the universes, and I feel like they've opened up so much more new world building and territory that there's so many areas that they can now go. So after they both kind of got that power up, they fought Moro. Poor Vegeta kind of got second fiddle again, because Goku did some weird stuff with Moro, which at first I was weirded out about it. Even now I'm kind of a little like, what the heck was going on there? But when he defeated Moro, after he was taking all the energy, taking Seven's power, which was like his main henchman, which was kind of a wimp, because the power scaling with like, when they add like Krillin, Piccolo, and those characters back in it, the power scaling is so weird now. Like Goku and Vegeta are just like so much farther ahead that if there's a main bad guy, like those other people don't matter. And then their sidekicks, they have to be super, super low just so we can see some Piccolo and Krillin, which I don't like. I have my suspicions that I think Gohan might return here in a little bit, which I would love, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I like that they got back into the Tournament of Power, and they were all kind of useful there in their own right, but there was some kind of debating there as well, where it was like, I don't know how Android 17 is still around. They talked about how, well, he doesn't lose energy, so the longer this goes on, the stronger he would become, but there was some stuff there you can argue. I really did enjoy the Tournament of Power, but once they defeated Moro and Goku did his weird instinct, like ghost, ginormous thingy, it was a little strange, but boom, they defeated Moro and they moved on. The Galaxy Patrol went their own way, and then they went back to training. And that's kind of what they do. Like, that's their hub now for Super, is after that they go back and they train. And this big thing, which I enjoy, and the most recent chapter, which is why I'm talking about it today, was kind of a development in that. So Vegeta's obviously listening to Beerus, and Goku's following Whis' instructions when it comes to instinct and kind of emptying your mind and just becoming one with everything type of thing, going just based off literally instinct, feeling, and just feeling everything and being loose and not caring. Now, Vegeta's thing is his soul and his heart. Like, you can't have any doubt there, and you just have to believe it. So, doing his best Naruto impression, Beerus is showing him just kind of like how that goes. And Beerus tells him, and I remember I just reread this, but he told Vegeta, he's like, well, I actually gave Frieza the idea to kill the Saiyans, to like just rile him up so much. And it's like, Vegeta, you can't like keep relying on just your anger. That being said, he still kind of is. So in the most recent arc, it talks about the Heaters, which is this like intergalactic mafia bounty hunter-esque group that will hire certain people, like a man named Granola, which I believe is a really cool character with a very cool design that I'm interested to see what they do with. But he has his own theories on life and what he wants to do. He hates the Saiyans, magically, randomly. The Saiyans would go and destroy planets. I mean, we remember what Vegeta and Nappa were doing. So his planet and his people were destroyed. He is the last remaining, I forget the name of their species, but they have like special eye powers. So one of their eyes is able to like see through. He's basically got that genjutsu on him or something, but he has supervision in one of his eyes, and he has really cool like sniping abilities. He's got the cool little eye patch, his hair and everything. I really like that character design. The Heaters have a character named Gas, who is kind of the only one we don't really know too much about, and he actually might play a part in terms of how strong he is, which is somewhat surprising because at this point it's really tough to power scale up to the level of Goku and Vegeta. And another spoiler, obviously, but Granola wished, because he was not strong enough, he was still weaker than most of the Heaters, especially Gas. I guess Gas was super strong. He made a wish to become the strongest thing in the universe, strongest warrior in the universe, which was granted. This was granted, and he is now the strongest warrior in the universe, and this is Universe 7, which Goku and Vegeta are on. So, talk about power scaling. He literally just jumped the ranks. He's like, yep, I'm here. But what was strange is even after that, he approached the Heaters to get a meeting with Frieza, because it seems like they might work or have a connection with Frieza. He wants to destroy Frieza because he thinks that's like the big bad guy. But first, they set up a meeting, and they're like, the Saiyans, like, we need help. This guy's destroying everything. But they just wanted these two to fight and have both the people that they're worried about destroy each other. So where we are at now in the manga is Goku and Vegeta are fighting Granola, who just wished to be the strongest in the universe. Now, when he went back there to prove his power, because when he was talking all that trash, they were like, we can just beat you up. We don't have to do anything you say. But then he beat up all their guys, except Gas. Now, Gas was like putting a timeout in the corner, and they were like, wait a minute, man. Like, you don't have to fight him. Like, I've seen enough. Like, it's all good. But we're gonna put these guys against each other, and they're gonna fight to the death. So where we're at now, this fight is happening right now in the manga. Of course, we only get one chapter a month, but I think it's solid. I do like where it's going. He fought Goku first, and Goku's using instinct, and he's doing everything that he can, and he kind of got bodied. They fought for a little bit, but he like smacked him right in the heart. He did his little sniper thing, and now that he is the strongest warrior in the universe, it makes sense that he would be able to beat any other warrior in the universe, including these two. That being said, they're Saiyans, and they get the Zenkai boost, which is broken, a very broken mechanic. But he's going to get that. And I'm assuming that being the strongest in the universe, if it's like Goku, Vegeta, like right there, then like Granola's going to be like just like a smidge up. And we've seen in just single battles that these guys are able to jump up. And Vegeta in the most recent chapter, which I love, and I'm very excited for Vegeta, he got a power-up. He lost his eyebrows, of course, but he got a power-up. I think it said it was like purple energy, but it's a little bit of a strange power-up. Some people say it's his version of Super Saiyan 3 without the eyebrows. I'm kind of like whatever on it, but it's his destruction power that he's learned from Beerus. And he finally was put at ease because he's on another planet that's getting evacuated. It's not fully evacuated, but he doesn't have any stress. He doesn't have to fight for anyone else. There's nothing really on the line. He just has to fight. And he's like, I miss this. I miss like just being able to go out and give it my all without any repercussions. I don't have to worry about my kid. I don't have to worry about my wife. I don't have to worry about Earth. It's just we're fighting. So they're fighting right now. He just transformed. He was kind of losing just because Granola is pretty broken at this point. And some of the stuff that he does is like nice. He's a sniper. He pinpoints. He knows where your weak points are, and that's kind of how he bodied Goku. Goku's kind of MIA right now, but Vegeta just did power up. I forget what they call it exactly, but he just powered up. The man has no eyebrows, and I'm liking where it's going. He, let me get that picture up. Yeah, the universe is being, the world is being evacuated at this very moment, and Vegeta is losing, but during this, yes, is unbounding. So he says, a god of destruction taught me that power derived solely from instinct is unbounded. So during this fight, he was able to transform because he basically was at so much peace in the middle of a battle to the death with Granola, because this guy's trying to kill him. They're trying to reason with him, and Granola's not even really a bad guy. Obviously, he wants to kill Frieza, but what's so interesting is that he just hates the Saiyans. The first time you see Granola is a flashback to the apes like destroying his people, and now he's the last remaining one. So he won't hear anything. They're like, he's not even a bad guy. We should probably reason with him, right? But there's nothing to reason with because of the fact that he won't listen. He's like, you guys are Saiyans, I'm going to kill you. So then boom, Vegeta transforms. Vegeta has no eyebrows. Take a look at no eyebrowed Vegeta. Oh god. So it's interesting. Some people say that the transformation's a little weird. I like it. I like where it's going. I think it's so much for Vegeta, even if the transformation does look a little strange. I'm excited. I'm excited for Super as a whole. I'll probably talk about Boruto in a little bit, but I like to compare the two, and I like where Super's going more than Boruto. We have Broly, we have Instinct, we have the Gods, we have Universes, Jiren, Frieza's still out there somewhere. There's just so much going on now that they've opened the playing field so nicely because of world building. And I'm really excited to see where Super goes. I'm excited to see what Vegeta's power up does. And I hope for once that he is able to beat them by himself. That he doesn't need Goku to step in at the last second. Because that's kind of what happened with Moro. It's kind of what happened in the Tournament of Power. Kinda. Vegeta did his job in the Tournament of Power. But I want Vegeta to like come back on top, you know, like for a little bit, because it seems like Goku's always kind of had to step on him for too long, because they used to go back and forth. Like in Solid, like Dragon Ball Z, they would go back and forth, and I would love that because you would never know like who's on top, and they would keep doing this to each other, especially during Frieza and Cell Saga. But yeah, I'm excited for Super. I don't know exactly when or where it's gonna go, but we're gonna get a chapter in like 2 weeks, and I think that's gonna tell us a lot about Vegeta's power. So I'd recommend reading it. I recommend watching it. We got superheroes coming out soon. I'm excited for that. But yeah, I'm excited for the future of this series that has been going on for 30 plus years. And that's awesome. 35 years. Yeah, so that's all I have for today. I think I'll be talking about hopefully One Piece and the Wano arc shortly. I think I get a chapter tonight, which is awesome. But yeah, solo leveling maybe next week. But thanks for watching, guys. If you liked it, leave a sub. If you didn't like it, let me know in the comments. Adios.